The Guyana Elections Commission said today that it was sticking to the law that polling agents from political parties would have had to return to their districts in order to vote. Those agents were not allowed to vote if they were not at their polling place, since according to GECOM's chairman, provision was only made for persons working with the commission to cast their ballots outside of their polling station in keeping with the law. AFC presidential candidate Khemraj Ramjattan reported that he was concerned about the party's polling agents based in Region 1 since they were out of their districts. Ramjattan said it is very bad in his opinion that the agents would have been deprived of voting if they didn't get back to their polling area.
Because most of our scrutineers came from Santa Rosa and they had to go into Hodaya, they had to go to other villages and so on, and these are miles and miles apart. I am hoping that once there's some discretion allowed, these people could be entitled to vote. Because we are not strong in, say, a certain area, but we'd like to have scrutineers in those areas. And once we know that the people are in those areas where they're scrutinized, they ought to be allowed to vote there. Because it's fundamental. You do not use a little procedural requirement here to breach a man's fundamental right. And you know the circumstances, the exigencies demand that the person be allowed to vote.
Polling agents at Region 5 were also faced with some difficulties since they were locked out of their polling station. GECOM's chairman, Dr. Steve Surajbali, was called about the matter, after which he instructed that the party's polling agents be accepted. AFC presidential candidate early this morning voted at the Ramna Krishna Primary School. A confident Ramjattan said he was informed that there was a high turnout of supporters who went to the polls early.
Very high turnout. Lots of people, at least this morning session. A number of people have turned out. Babis is okay. Our scrutineers have been allowed in this region. And it's pretty hyped up sentiments I'm getting from my activists.
It was 6 years ago the AFC made its appearance on the local political scene. It will be the second time that the party will be contesting the general elections. Mark Moore reporting for Capital News.